name is Elizabeth Jones, and I'm a sophomore at Russell County High School. Today, I will be giving my information on diversity speech. The topic I chose today was education around the world. Have you or anyone else wondered how your education is similar or different to anyone else's? We are all taught differently, and we all learn in many different ways. But is there a right or a wrong way to learn or teach? Or could we all just learn from each other? Let's learn those answers by discussing the following 3 countries' educational systems and preferences: China, the United States, and Japan. All a part of the top 20 ranked educational systems in the world. But why? China's education system. China's students begin school in 3 years of kindergarten, 3 to 6 years of primary school, which can also be known as elementary school, and then 3 to 6 years of secondary education, which is also high school. And then it is followed by higher education, which is considered college or a technical school. They take great pride in their schoolwork and in their students. Both teachers, students, and staff are all attentive and very focused on school. Although they go to school for a very long time, they are ranked 14th in the world in their educational system. Why is China 14th in the world in their education? China is high-tech and very innovative. But why and how? They have a very large majority of entrepreneurs, and this builds up their economy, which allows for many electronic and high-tech teaching devices. Their students begin school at a very early age, and many of them begin school with an iPad or some technological teaching device to keep them throughout school. This helps them to better do work at school and at home. These were my sources for China. And now on to the United States' educational system. The United States school system is divided into 6 to 7 years of primary school. Like I said, it can also be considered elementary school. And then 2 to 3 years of junior secondary, which is also known as junior high school or middle school. Then 4 years of secondary, which is also considered high school. And then that can be followed by higher education, which is strictly optional. The United States can often get caught up in higher education and not worry as much about their current education, which is one of the many reasons that they are ranked 20th in the world rather than higher. Why is the United States ranked 20th in their education? The United States has a system in which at the end of high school, also known as secondary education, they take a test. Although there are many different forms of this and brands of this test, such as the ACT, the SATs, and things like that, they all do the same thing. The score that the students get determines the college they can get into and even the amount of money that they can get going into college or into the workforce. These tests cause stress on both teachers and students. The teachers tend to teach only for tests and no longer for learning, which is causing students in the United States to learn less rather than learn more. And these were my sources for the United States. And lastly, Japan's education system. Japan's students begin school and have a required 6 years at primary or elementary school, and 3 years at junior secondary or middle school, but then they have the option to continue to secondary or high school and or higher education. Japan is ranked 2nd in the world for their education system and very close to being ranked number 1, close to Finland. Why is Japan ranked 2nd in their education? Japan leaves the majority of their education, other than the first 9 years, as an option. This boosts more interest in the students than making them go. When you tell someone to do something, it makes them not want to do it as much, and Japan has figured that out and used it to the best of their abilities. By Japan being ranked 2nd in the world, I think other countries such as the United States and or China should follow their lead in order to improve and give students the option to further their education. These are my sources for China. And in conclusion, I hope that through this presentation, you have been better informed on the countries that have the most effective education system, as well as how others can improve. Although China, the United States, and Japan all had many things in common, they also had things that they could each learn from one another, which can include anything from technology to optional education. We all have something to learn from each other, and that is part of what makes diversity so beautiful. Thank you.